I'm a Trump supporter.
You gotta play the fucking.
But it'll be oddly weird that he got both.
Is this really worth spreading?
Everyone can go home.
Alright. I just now realized, damn, I should have just made a new version of the TED Talk intro. And it just says like bitch when it comes up, but.
You should have.
This is New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is, I know no one here gives a fuck about wrestling outside of Jillian and Marissa, but that's only because I forced them to care.
I cared about it before I met you.
Okay, Marissa
Griffin
cared about
McElroy forced me to care.
Okay, Griffin McElroy forced you to care. I'm going to try and present it in a lens that is somewhat anime-y. I'll probably fail.
So wrestling.
So
I mean, there's a
wrestling.
YouTuber watching. He's literally like, wrestling is anime. It's all the dumb bullshit.
This is the
plotlines.
most anime because it comes from Japan. Okay. Alright, so first, just random, and then you can go to the next one.
It's scary then.
Okay, I can go?
Yeah. I tricked you! There's no next slide! No.
You gotta go slide!
Alright, so just the things I'm going to mention that are important, their belts or their championships are regulated under the internet. What?
Is that the wrong bear?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
What?
You know what? Kill me. Go back to the TED Talk.
Here you are criticizing McCormick, you hypocrite.
McCormick's a bitch. You can record that. Anyways, their belts are regulated under the International Wrestling Grand Prix. It's some fake shit they made up. Wrestling's fake. I felt like I should have started with that. I don't know if y'all know. But they have like a million belts. They have the heavyweight belts are the most important belt. Then the Intercontinental, United States, Junior Heavyweight, Tag Team, and Junior Tag belts. And then they have 2 belts in the Never division. I don't know what it stands for. There is a legit acronym for it. I don't care.
No one.
No one
even
cares.
verifies.
No one cares. There's
Every river.
who here likes tournament arcs?
Are we into that?
I'm into tournament arcs.
Alright!
I am very much into tournament arcs. There's like 50 tournament arcs. There's technically one going on now, but not really, and I'll explain why later. And so we'll go on now to our first boy, and then you can go next slide. The ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. He's the most popular of them all. He is the Japanese equivalent to John Cena in that he is fucking everywhere and never loses, and it's kind of annoying, but whatever. His thing is, he loves everyone, but he's also kind of a dickhead sometimes.
I stand.
He's the king of soccer mom haircuts. This motherfucker gets a new haircut like every other month. This isn't like an anime where you can just have the same fucking thing for like 8 seasons, calling out like every anime ever. This motherfucker changes hair like every month. He is the star. I put starter on too. I finished this today in a cold sweat this morning, being like, fuck, I gotta finish it.
He's the main character?
He is basically the main character. He has been the main character for a long time, but there's a revolving door kind of main characters. For example, right now he may not be the main character, but he was for a long time, yes.
Cockroach mask.
Oh yeah, so I watched this actually yesterday because I forgot it existed last year, or the year before that.
An anime?
No, this was a movie. There's a Japanese movie where he starred as Cockroach Mask in My Dad's a Heel Wrestler. There's a movie you can watch about this.
What is a heel wrestler?
A heel wrestler is a bad guy, which funny enough, in real life, Tanahashi is not a heel wrestler. That's why it's ironic.
There's a fucking Pokemon based over that shit.
Off of Hiroshi Tanahashi?
No, heel wrestlers.
Oh, heel wrestlers, okay. His finisher is the high fly flow. He just jumps on a motherfucker.
Yeah!
It's great. And his hobbies include playing air guitar. Like, if he wins, he just plays air guitar. And people are like, this shit's fun.
Well then,
Yes.
high fly flow is not his finishing move.
No.
Clearly air guitar is his finishing move.
Oh no!
No, it's fine. Here are his many haircuts. Everyone choose your favorite.
Chun-Li.
Cancel.
Oh my god, Chun-Li!
Yeah,
No,
he's
that
Chun-Li.
ponytail though.
Oh, do they have his legs for that? That's what we need for Chun-Li though.
I like this one the
All about the
most
legs
because
of
if you
Chun-Li.
told me this was Hiroshi Tanahashi, I wouldn't believe you. But they told me it's Hiroshi Tanahashi, so I guess it's Tanahashi. Next slide. Oh, the best one. The best one. This is the Golden Star Kota Ibushi. and you can see why he is a golden fucking star.
Are we into that?
The smoochest man, yes. He's the cutest boy. He's if you turn a puppy into a fucking human being. He's a sweet boy who also is fucking crazy. He's amazing because he's like he can be, you know, really cute guy like all this shit, and he's a fucking maniac when he wrestles. Big himbo energy. He wrestled a sex doll once. That's a teaser. He's sometimes a murderer, and what I mean by that is he randomly recently started doing this thing where suddenly he stops, like he'll get punched and he'll just pretend it didn't happen. And then he'll just beat the fuck out of someone, which is not his thing. His finisher is the Kamigoye knee. He just hits a motherfucker. And his hobbies, I made a video to display his hobbies. You can go to the next slide and then play it.
Oh god.
Ooh, we got
Should I full
video.
screen?
You see the sun!
So that's Kota Ibushi.
Are we into that? Like,
Absolutely,
Yes.
I'm into
Shooting a
this.
firework in your mouth?
This is the funky weapon, Ryusuke
funky weapon.
Taguchi. I almost spelled it wrong, or said it wrong. Best known for his time as, honest to God, a disco dancing wrestler. It's
Oh, that was
stupid.
my idea.
He was also known as Masked Horse. He oozes sexual energy, as you can tell. He thinks 69 and dick jokes are very funny. His finisher, honest to God, is he throws his ass at people. Because ever since he stopped being the funky weapon, as in he likes disco, now the funky weapon is his ass. And it is also his weak point at the same time. Like, people attack his ass.
Nice. Are we into that?
Yes.
Alright, y'all are into it, fuck it. We're apparently into that. And then next screen will display the wonder that is Masked Horse. First I'll read it. Take a look. This is the backstory of Masked Horse.
I was debated about the horses too, and then a pro wrestler took me in. And
then someone
Is
made
this
this.
also my backstory?
Are you masked,
Yes.
Marissa?
Were you raised by horses?
Sure.
No.
No, she was raised by pro wrestlers.
No.
Wait, this is the horse dude?
Marissa
Yeah,
was
this
raised
is
by
Masked
vampires,
Horse.
and that's why she feels a
And then
connection to
I have a
them.
video
Yeah.
along with it. You can full screen that too.
I was abandoned by the
Damn,
horses.
my
Never mind.
Hey, I didn't see it. I'm falling down the steps. And horse.
And the winner is.
Alright, next slide. Then after that, Jushin Thunder Liger. He's the guy that my mask is after. He's based on a mech anime from the 80s that lasted like 2 years, and then outlived that shit by like 30 years. It's fucking amazing. He is probably, in terms of like influences in wrestling, he's one of the fucking biggest influences.
Dog.
That's him with
Dog.
Dog. He retired in January, in legit one of the like cooler moments in terms of me watching wrestling, because this is a guy like that got me into Japanese wrestling, and he had his last 2 matches in January. And his hobbies now, according to him, are staring at a wall. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just wrestled forever, and he kissed puppy. His finisher is called the Liger Bomb. It's very original.
Is it the
Take
same
your-
as the Vegas bomb?
I don't know what the Vegas Bomb is. If
it-
it's just a power bomb, then yes.
It's an alcoholic drink.
What the
He
fuck?
just
I think the
hands
Liger
one of the-
Bomb is
All right,
the
what's in a
Vegas
Vegas
Some
bomb?
alcohol. Drink it on.
What's in a Vegas Bomb?
Red Bull and vodka.
Oh,
I
What the
think.
fuck?
that's just a Red Bull vodka.
No, it's Red Bull and something.
That's stupid. Next slide. So I want to preface how weird it is that he's based on a mech anime that had 1 season, and then he outlived it by 30 years. Here's the American equivalent. And then you can go next slide. Does anyone remember LT Gray?
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone remember LT Gray?
Yeah.
LT Gray's great. It had 1 season. Now imagine if WWE saw that and went, yo, that's our world champion now. This little fucking piece of shit. We're gonna get our guy to dress up as a guy in a tiger mask. Next slide. That'd be stupid because, no, you're going backwards. That would be stupid because there's already a tiger mask.
Yay!
He's based on a manga. This was from like
Wait,
68.
hold on, is this just King?
Yeah, no.
Damn it.
King is based on this.
Of course he is.
King is based
Makes
on this.
sense.
He has an anime that is very recent, Tiger
No,
Mask W,
secret.
that follows Tiger Mask and Tiger the Dark, and they had a live match together with the characters. Here's the thing that's stupid. Tiger the Dark and I think Tiger Mask are brothers. New Japan was like, hey, who are we gonna have play Tiger the Dark? They chose a black guy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah!
That's not what that means, New Japan.
If JoJo's can do it, so can Japan.
I've actually met the guy who
JoJo's
played
do it.
Tiger Mask or Tiger the Dark.
Oh.
Person,
Yeah.
Tiger Mask
Yeah.
W, fun
Yeah,
fact,
did do
was
that.
played by Kota Ibushi, even though he was already in the show. The Tiger Mask thing, it's like a weird, like, family heirloom that just like, all right, well, I'm done using this, you can use it. Like,
Heirloom.
it started in like the 70s, and like now, this is Tiger Mask, I think 4 or 5, 4, from Yoshihiko Yamazaki.
Okay, wait. Has Jushin Thunder Liger been wrestling for 30 years, or did he pass down the...
Jushin Liger has been wrestling for 30 years, and people legit have been like, well, are they going to make another one?
Hmm.
And a lot of people are like, fuck no.
It's
That's
you,
stupid.
James. This is your destiny.
Oh shit.
Is he like Japan's Undertaker, and he'll probably just come out of retirement and fuck some bitches up?
I hope not.
If Undertaker's been wrestling for 30
Listen,
years.
I only put this in for the joke of El Tigre.
Who is the
Although he
oldest
does have an
wrestler?
anime, so I guess it's relevant. Tiger Mask 4 kind of,
Fuck you,
Anyways,
Tiger
next
Mask.
slide. The
Yay!
New Japan dads.
Oh.
Hold on.
Dads.
So what the New Japan dads are is they teach, yes.
What's a dad?
Yeah, what is a dad?
A dad is a former wrestling champion
Yay!
who's still with the company, and they train the younger wrestlers who are called Young Lions. Don't ask why they're called Young Lions and not just trainees. It's
That's
Japan.
cute.
Satoshi Kojima is my favorite of them. He loves bread. He
Bread.
tweets about bread constantly. Naoki Nakanishi is a big boy who loves meat. Yuji Nagata loves to dance. It's great. And then Hiroshi Tenzan. I don't really give a fuck about Tenzan. Tenzan can fuck off.
So
He's
we're
kind
not
of boring.
into that.
In fairness, New Japan didn't give a fuck about him for a long time, so. Alright, and then on to the new part. So that's the main New Japan group.
Oh.
The cool part about New Japan, like,
Wait, 3 guys?
No. Let me get to it. The cool part about New Japan is that they split their roster off into factions. And so these are all the factions.
Fucking Bullet Club.
Chaos,
Fucking Bullet
Los
Club.
Ingobernables de Japón, Bullet Club, and Suzuki Gun. We're going to start with Chaos because despite their name, they're actually like the better one in terms of like good guys. This is the Rainmaker, Kazushi Okada. He is basically, like we mentioned, the main character being Hiroshi Tanahashi. He's been basically their main character, their main attraction, for like 2 or 3 years. And he's capitalism if he was a wrestler. All he talks about is like, I really want New Japan to sell out this building, and not, he doesn't give a fuck if the people have a good time. He just wants people to show up. He makes it rain money, for real. Like they shoot off fake money
Oh, fake
when
money.
he comes out.
Yeah.
Fake money for real, though.
Okada hit Rainmaker. Okada win belt. Money come. Like that's the method. He just hits people with his move, and he barely ever fucking loses. It's kind of annoying, and it's the worst. He's also a dork, and he hits this fucking pose, and it's great. I love this, but also at the same time,
Reverse T-pose.
it is. It's reverse T-pose to assert dominance. As I mentioned, he's kind of a dork, and I have a video to display this.
Ooh.
Go Daisy.
It's on the next slide. It's called What the Fuck? Cock and Ball Torture Does Not Feel Good.
Oh.
Aw,
Oh. Wait.
Okay, it's childish, can't be no older jumping like the Nasdaq. Move white girls like this coat up my ass crack. Move black girls, cause man, fuck it, I'll do either. I love pussy, I love bitches. That shit be running Peter in Adidas with some short shorts.
Okay, there were
All right,
2
there's that.
Wait, did
instances
he make that?
of
No,
that mascot
fucking
metal
no.
band.
Are we into that?
Okay,
don't
no,
know.
we got 2 instances
He actually
of that.
made that, okay.
The mascot metal band, whose name I can't think of at the moment.
I don't
Baby
know.
metal?
Huh?
Baby metal?
No, the mascot.
I don't know, don't look at me.
I think
We'll show
anyone's
you
ever
later.
checked their phone in the middle of a TED Talk? Like, hold up, fuck you.
James, we're more important.
Do your
All right,
fucking
next
TED
one.
Talk.
Oh, I gotta talk about Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura is dope. I'll show his
Sexual
entrance.
energy.
I had to make my own like edited video because his entrance is so long, but it is great for the simple reasons that I'll try and show. As far as just a wrestler goes, he's cool, I guess. He just is a cocky son of a bitch, and it's kind of fun. He does the kicks in the knees real good. He is, and he said as much. He's basically, his character's inspired by Freddie Mercury and Michael Jackson, so take with that what you will, because it's just fucking kind of chaos. He's not in New Japan anymore. He's in WWE, and in WWE, he's been boring as shit, because they're like, hey Shinsuke, you want to be on TV for like 4 minutes, and do your thing for 4 minutes? And he's just kind of like, all right, you're paying me, so. And then the video will, I hope, show off how cool his entrance is, at least when he started in WWE. It is, because the original is like 5 minutes. I mean, the best part in this segment, he just comes out and then goes back. Like, he doesn't come out for a match, he didn't come out to confront anyone, he just comes out.
You imagine getting this gig?
Misspelled his fucking name. That was great. They put Shunsuke Nakamura as his Twitter. This was his debut on WWE television, and they fucked up his Twitter.
He radiates sexual energy.
He gets 2 markers. Oh shit.
Not gonna lie,
There
this
you go.
song's pretty dope.
Oh shit.
Shinsuke Nakamura invented the death drop. Is this correct? Is this accurate?
Yeah, he invented what?
The death drop.
Oh, sure.
Reason why if you fuck Shinsuke Nakamura.
For the clout. Alright.
For the clout, is that what you said?
Oh shit.
It's so good. It's so good. So I went to his first match in WWE as well. It was in Chicago, and I literally just wanted to go to sing and chant.
Look at him living his
He's
life.
a god. It's incredible. And the best part is,
God.
so he became a bad guy, so they had to change his name so they would stop fucking singing it. Like, they changed it and added some, like, I've shown you it. It's literally just gibberish.
Hey, no, the new song is great.
The new song is, but what does it sing?
Do you understand my power?
Again, gibberish.
It's amazing.
You don't understand
It's
clearly,
amazing.
Jay.
No, I don't.
You don't understand his power.
His power is getting beat up now. It's sad. Oh, this is Toriano. He's the fucking greatest. Oh my shit. He's a no good rap bastard now. I fucking love him. He cheats a lot. His offense is literally punch balls, hit people with things, and go home. It's fucking great. Buy his fucking DVDs. He's a producer. He is a shill. He comes out to the ring, and the ring announcer literally goes, coming to the ring with his new DVD, which you can buy on New Japan. Like all that shit. Cock and ball torture based offense. If you lose to him, you're worthless to the world. It's great. I don't know what his finisher is. I think it's literally punch a dude in the nuts and roll him up. I literally think that's it. And he does the Yano shrug, which is the best thing in wrestling. And I did it with him. And it's on the next slide. Look how happy I am. This is the best photo I've ever taken of myself. It's so good. And then next slide. We have Tomohiro Ishii. He's not super incredible from a standpoint of character.
Hard boy.
But he is hard boy and soft boy.
Hell
Play the video
yeah.
real quick. There's a video
Video
there.
easy.
And stout.
And he is short and stout. He's hard boy but also soft boy. He is quoted as saying after a loss, "I'm a sad man, write whatever you want about me." And it's words to live by. He deserves better. His whole thing is So how he was a tag team partner with Toru Yano, and much like he had cock-based offense, he has head-based offense, which is very fucking scary. He hits things with his head and has a love-hate relationship with life. So we have all these pictures of him being hard boy. Let's see some soft boy. It's on the next slide. There we go. This is him.
Fish cakes.
This is him after saying, "I don't think we appreciate how good fish cakes and fish sticks are." Like reading a menu or something on a fucking bus.
You're right, Ishii. We don't
Tomohiro
appreciate the fish.
Ishii is fucking really good.
James,
The rest-
are we into that?
I don't know. I don't want any type of sexual encounter with this man. He's very scary. All right, you put that there anyway.
Freddie was into it.
All right, and then this is the rest of the important cast, I guess. Hiroki Goto thinks he's like a warrior samurai shit. He comes down to the ring, he's like, he's lame. Sho and Yo, they're called Roppongi 3K. There's a town in
They're hot.
Japan named Roppongi. It's basically a
Sexual
big party
energy.
town.
Wait, for the
They have idol
Hold
energy.
on.
They're basically an idol group. This guy Roger
That's a
Romero is
white
like,
man.
I got these 2 young kids, and
What's
they're
this
gonna
white
be.
bitch doing in there?
This is Will Ospreay. He's really good, and he's also a massive weeaboo. Like he tries really hard. Like Jesus Christ. And then there's Yoshihashi. He can fuck off and die. I hate that man.
Oh, shit.
He's the lamest piece of shit ever.
Okay.
And that's that. So this is Los Ingobernables de Japón, and this is their leader, Tetsuya Naito. His backstory is one of the ones I like most about wrestling because it can only really happen in wrestling. So basically, forever ago, he was a super good guy. He was kissing babies. He was like slapping hands with the fans. He was so cool, and he was like, I'm gonna be the best one in New Japan. And he like got this world title shot. Like, you don't deserve that shit. That's what the fans said. They were like, did not. He came out one time to dead silence,
Bad boy.
and it was the saddest thing ever. And because he got rejected in the way he did, he was just like, I need to get the fuck out of New Japan for a while. So he went to Mexico, where he had trained before he came to Japan, and he joined this group called Los Ingobernables, which is the ungovernable.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Hey!
And he joined this evil faction, and it was like anti-establishment, anti-authority, all that shit. So he came back to New Japan with the attitude of them, and he was just like, I don't want to wrestle, fuck these people. And eventually people were like, yeah, you're cool now.
Oh.
And like, at the same time, he's been like, I don't really give a shit, I don't really fuck with these
No, he's
people.
still
He's still trying to
life.
reach his goals of like, I still want to be champion, I still want to, live my dream of being the best. He speaks Spanish a lot as a result. He is a champ now. He is the first ever person to hold both of the top belts in New Japan. And he also, this is one of the cooler parts, I think, he took a racist taunt from Mexican fans and made millions of dollars off of it.
Yeah!
So the Mexican fans,
We're
because
into
he was
that.
Asian, they were like, oh, your fucking eyes are tiny. And he made that his thing in America, and it's in his logo.
But that's a
it's part-
giant eye.
What?
Alright.
But like they made it part of he made it part of his shtick, and he does a little fucking fist pump thing. His hobbies include breaking things on purpose, being a cool jerk, and stripping.
We're into
Because
the
he comes
stripping.
down to the ring in full
Sexual
suit.
energy.
He comes down to the ring in a full fucking suit. Sometimes.
Classy
he also
boy.
sometimes come down in like a t-shirt and his gear, and he's like, I don't really want to be here. Next slide. Oh, he's also the most gifable wrestler ever.
Anime.
Yeah, this is from the Tiger Mask fucking anime. And that's him throwing a belt because he doesn't give a shit about it.
Why is
he
he
had
not?
he did not like the Intercontinental belt because he's like, this isn't the world title, fuck this. And so this is him just chilling. This is Hiromu
Oh, shit,
Takahashi.
he's hot. Meow, meow, meow.
What?
He thinks he's a cat, I think.
But sexual energy in.
He's a cutie with big sexual energy. His strategy, and this is real, includes throwing himself at things.
Oh, yes.
He just throws himself at things. He doesn't give a fuck if he gets hurt, and that led to him breaking his neck and being out for 16 months. And when he came back, I cried real tears.
Is that what
'Cause
he's
he-
doing?
Right.
Is that what he's doing that for? I don't know why he's doing that, because he's a weird motherfucker. That's another thing. Hot, but in a scandalous way. Like, I should not find this attractive because he's scary and kind of dumb. But also, it's whatever. His hobbies include spending time with Daryl.
Oh, Daryl.
Who's Daryl? We'll get to it. Here's this slide, though. Oh, I have to talk about something that happened this morning.
Thank you, Neil.
What happened this morning?
So I'll spoil one of my later slides. They had to cancel 2 weeks of shows because of the coronavirus, and it really sucks because it is in the dead middle of this tournament they're doing. But they still had an event where it was Hiromu and Naito seen here beating the fuck after one of his matches, and Hiromu was just chilling. They were scheduled to have a match because the junior heavyweight champion always faces the heavyweight champion at one of these events. So they didn't have it, but they had like a interview segment with them. And this is a legit line from a press release from New Japan. Hiromu cut an impassioned promo against the meddling virus that has inconvenienced and caused grief to so many, especially those who bought tickets to see him and Naito wrestle at the canceled anniversary event. Takahashi then appealed to everyone to do what they could together to prevent the spread of the disease with, and this is a quote, healthy, wash your hands and gargle, before a rallying cry that even the host of the show got involved in. And it's him there like,
Help me!
He tries very hard to speak English, sometimes it's very fun. This was when he returned, he literally, to prove that his neck was okay, he did a neck bridge and then just hung there and went, Mike, please, Mike, please. And that's Will Ospreay, and he's just like, you have something to say? So that's Hiromu Takahashi, but who's Daryl? Daryl Takahashi is a stuffed cat. It's the dumbest thing ever, and it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
We are into Daryl!
He's a big grump and a bass god, and he's part of the second best interview of my journalism career. The first one, I got to...
You Daryl?
No, I didn't interview Daryl, but I'll get to it. The first best interview I ever did, I interviewed Jesse Jackson, and I talked to him about, race and America and things going on in America. And the second best one, I talked to Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer, and I asked him, what do you think of Daryl Takahashi? And he, all straight face, was like, he's great. He's great for New Japan. We'll come back to Daryl because there's some things that happen. Yes.
Is there an old Japan?
No. Well, kind of. It's called All Japan. It sucks.
That's a PowerPoint
It's kind of. No, I don't want to talk about fucking All Japan. I don't know any of them. Here are the rest of the important boys from Los Ingobernables, and they are the all-cap name group. Evil! He's if a Pokemon were a wrestler because he just says his name. And he says darkness. He is the otters from Sarazanmai, which is not the last time I'm referencing them in this fucking PowerPoint. This is Sonata. His hair's really nice.
He has good hair.
Bushi, he
Does his bestie.
He does his best. He originally was just like, so you know how there's Americans who think they're Japanese and we call them weeaboos.
Yes.
Apparently in New Japan the thing is
Freeaboos.
for Japanese people to think they're Mexican. Because Bushi, before he joined LIJ, literally wore a sombrero and full like suit and shit to the ring and was a mariachi fucking guy. And I didn't get it, but now he's just Bushi. All right, next
term for it.
The Bullet Club. The Bullet Club is
Bullet Club.
basically, in terms of all of them, probably the most evil because the whole basis is it's Gaijin wrestlers or
Stinking ass
foreign wrestlers
Americans
who do not fucking give a shit what you think, and they showed up and they just fucked shit up. They have multiple former leaders, all of whom are very important in wrestling. And that was the next slide. This is Prince Devitt. Both these guys are in WWE now. Prince Devitt, he's the original founder, and sometimes he does cool face paint shit. And there's AJ Styles, and he's very Christian. And one time on a radio call-in show, someone went, "Hey AJ, like I'm a really big fan of yours. I wanted to let you know you're very popular in the gay community." And he responded with, "The gay community?" And they hung up, and it was like, "Oh, sorry AJ, I don't know what that's about," because they knew it'd piss him off. But both of them are very good wrestlers, but none of them touch this boy, the cleaner Kenny Omega, aka Sans from Undertale, aka the one guy from fucking Sword Art Online that I hate.
Oh God!
Wait. Oh no!
Kenny Omega, why?
He also, I didn't include it, he did Toad once from Mario. I don't know why.
Is Finisher's fucking one-wing angel?
Yes,
Oh
the
my God.
one-winged angel. It's named after Final Fantasy.
Fucking Sephiroth.
He used to do a move that was legit
This guy
in Street
is a
Fighter.
big
Short
fucking
blonde
weed.
male!
He
Short
does
blonde
not. Short blonde male in wrestling who is strong and brave. I changed that 10 minutes before this. He's a great wrestler and he pisses people off because it's not the style they're used to. And also in part, and this is the one excuse and it's stupid because a lot of people have actually done this, he wrestled a 9-year-old once.
Oh,
It went to a 3-minute draw.
I do hear you too.
And afterwards, after being a dickhead to this 9-year-old and being like, I'm gonna fucking crush your shit, 9-year-old, he tried to shake the 9-year-old's hand. The 9-year-old was like, get the fuck out of here. And he just very sadly walked home. His finisher is the one-winged angel. He previously had a finisher that, honest to
Oh,
God,
God.
was him trying his best to replicate some ridiculous ass like Street Fighter move. It was like he killed a guy and threw him 20 feet in the air and he he couldn't throw a motherfucker 20 feet in the air, but he tried. And his, oh you fucking goddamn, oh, I didn't get to talk about his boyfriend, and now you can change.
Gay community.
Kota Ibushi! This is a weird change from fucking AJ Styles gay community guy to bisexual.
We're into it.
Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi are the golden lovers. So basically that story is Kenny Omega is legit a big weeb. And because he's a big weeb, he watched a bunch of Japanese wrestling. He's Canadian. And he saw this guy and was like, fuck, I want to wrestle him. Because he's really, like, he just appreciated his style and whatnot. And they wrestled each other. And then they became a tag team and found a shared love of wrestling and each other. And I don't know why. I don't know if they did it at first as a joke, but they
ask
made
about
themselves the
hippos.
Golden Lovers.
I think we have
And
at
it
least
just
a few more
stuck.
Oh,
hippos.
Kenny's in it.
And they've had a crazy, like, 10-year on-off relationship. They've won titles together. They've feuded. And I think it was last February or the February before, they reunited in legit a moment that had people in the audience crying. And it was kind of amazing. They hugged and streamers came out. It was fucking incredible.
Tell them the bad
And
news.
tell them about what?
The bad news.
Oh, the bad news. I'll get to the bad news. There's a slide dedicated to the bad news.
No. Oh no.
But it's not terrible news. Basically,
It is.
I'll set it up. Kenny Omega is no longer in New Japan, and he's very sad that he's not with Kota Ibushi. And they totally don't resemble the Golden Duo from Tarzan. That's on the next slide. They definitely don't. I definitely didn't see this the second time. I went, oh shit, it's Kenny and Kota. So that's the Bullet Club former leaders. I wanted to talk about them because the Bullet Club now sucks dick. They're lame as shit. It's on the next slide. Here's their leader, Switchblade Jay White. He likes knives. That's his fucking thing. He cheats a lot. Big Chad energy. Kenta's their best wrestler, and his whole character is he's like, fuck Twitter. Why? Why do you, like, it's not like Twitter hates him, they're like, Kenta's a really bad wrestler. No, they're like, Kenta's good. And he's like, no, fuck you. And then there's the Gorillas of Destiny, GOD. They swear a lot. Yes?
Why is one of them a knockoff Roman Reigns from the party store?
Because he's What? Because he and Roman Reigns are both Samoan.
Wow, Marissa.
Now I feel
Put one racist up.